It's the beginning of Ramadan. It's the holiest month of the year for the Muslim community, throughout which participants fast from sunrise to sunset.
It's also a time meant to be spent with the community, but for the past 2 years, the pandemic has put a damper on that aspect. Amel Elhel joins us now in the studio with more on this year's efforts. Amel.
Well, Adam, Teresa, this year will be the first Ramadan in 2 years that everything has completely gone back to pre-pandemic ways. At least that's the case at the Islamic Center of Rochester. And everyone we spoke with seems more than thrilled to ring in the holy month later this evening.
The last 2 Ramadans have been in the midst of a pandemic, and for Rochester's Muslim community, that meant regular gatherings, prayers, and meals were scaled back.
We had really high protocols in place, masks were in place, but to keep that distance, you were feeling a bit disconnected from the community, so that interaction wasn't there.
Typically for nightly prayers during Ramadan, the center would see hundreds of people, but when the pandemic hit, those prayers were limited to 180 people who had to pre-register every single day.
And that really created chaos, but people couldn't come in. But this year is open to all without any restrictions, so we're extremely excited to have people come in and reunite again and open up their iftars and see their family and friends that they couldn't do it in the past.
This year, prayers will be back to full capacity with no restrictions, as will iftar dinners that anyone in the community is welcome to.
And during the pandemic time, I mean, even non-Muslims, we welcome anybody to come in and pick up the box prepared meal, you know, and same thing this year. If anybody wishes to come in, it's not only restricted to Muslim, anybody, we welcome them to come in. The local colleges, we promise them to provide 120 boxes to them. University of Rochester, RIT, St. John Fisher, Nazareth, and Brockport has reached out to us so far.
Along with Ramadan festivities being back in full swing this year, so is the Islamic school at the mosque.
This is the first Ramadan we have back to in-person fully. All the restrictions have been removed, so kids are so excited to come in every night to pray Taraweeh with their families. It feels good to have everybody back in person, and we're so happy we are here today.
We're glad, alhamdulillah, that we've come out of it stronger as a community around in Rochester too, so we feel good about it now.
As of now, it is unconfirmed how the end of Ramadan will be celebrated, also known as Eid, but the center is working on holding Eid prayer at the Dome Arena in Henrietta, as they have done for many years. And to all those celebrating this month, Ramadan Kareem. Teresa, back to you.
Thank you, Amel.